This is the Washington Podcast, episode number 7, and away we go. Welcome to the Washington Podcast, right here on KDJW5. Covering the news, the Quizmaster, street names of Philadelphia, and audience participation. And now, from the DJ Wash Studios, here's David Washington. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Coast to coast and around the United States of America, it is time for the Washington Podcast. H. Lee is joining us. Mitchell Haddock is here. I wonder who else is going to be here today, but we'll never know. First, let me get started with that Big Blue. Give me some Big Blue. Mm-hmm. For goodness sake, hydrate. That's what we're talking about, and hope you tune in to the KDJW show. Half hour of fun, Quizmaster, and all the good stuff which Chuck Strongbacks have mentioned. Okay, yes, Mr. H. Lee. H. Lee, you made it. Welcome. You're here. Everybody's here today. I wonder who else is here. And look at that. Deborah and Al, Little Blackie, and all our friends from Florida is joining us today. Welcome aboard. 3 o'clock in the p.m. in Philadelphia time. 2 o'clock in Chicago. 1 o'clock somewhere in the mountain areas, and high noon in California. And yesterday, I believe it was National Milkshake Day for Vanilla Milkshake Day. Now, let's get started with this thing here. Today is the 6th month, the 21st day, June 21st. It is the summer solstice of the Northern Hemisphere, and is the official start of the astronomical summer. And it's also the longest day of the year. The sun will never go down until, well, when it comes down. All right, so we're going through the Washington Podcast. Oh, look at this. Temple University's flag right here. Oh, yes. Gotta love Temple U, and Temple University is where I go and got my high school equivalency diploma. I never forget that. Oh, yeah, Mean Girls, Paramount Studios, yes. I may not be watching it because DJ Wash needs a TV with live stream situations. So, yep, so you caught me without a television, but don't worry. This computer and this great DJ Wash studio here will have fun for you and enjoy the show. Without further ado, it's time for Pod News, and here's the story, the continuing story of the Chestnut Hill East shutdown. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, all 9 stations of the Chestnut Hill East line are closed at the moment until September the 2nd, Tuesday morning at 5 a.m. So that means you shall take Chestnut Hill West from Chestnut Hill to Center City via Germantown. Yep. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Mitchell and everybody. Yep. And the 23 bus. So you can take either Chestnut Hill West or the 23 bus. Some of the SEPTA regional rail conductors told me that the Chestnut Hill West takes you to Center City a bit more faster than Chestnut Hill East. And that, to me, is a good head start. If you wanted to go down to work in Center City, yep, the old 1211 or the 111 or the 211 or the 311 or whatever 11. 711, oh yeah, I'm going there to get me a Slurpee later on. It's too darn hot. Thank you, everybody, for your congratulational messages of grooviness. Yes, indeed. So that's Pod News. Chestnut Hill East still discontinued until the fall of 2025. Here's the weather. You know something? Before we get started on the weather, Mitchell is saying that last night, Jaws was on the NBC television network. Sorry, I don't have the chimes. 50 years of Jaws, and we're going to need a bigger boat. And National Pennsylvania Day is coming in less than a month from now, 29 days ago. So thank you very much, Mitchell. So let's get started with the weather. Instead of talking about Patrick is joining us. Patrick, welcome aboard to KDJW's Washington podcast. Go Phillies. And speaking of that, I want to tell you this for the weather. The Philadelphia Phillies have moved up to first place. And hey, kids, hold the phone. My mother is watching. Hi, Mom. She's watching the podcast, and she can't wait to hear what's happening on Street Names of Philadelphia later on. Deborah says she saw Jaws 50 years ago in 1975 at the big old movie theater. There's so many 50-year-old stuff happening here in the year 2025, including my book here, Street Names of Philadelphia, which will be talking about that. Oh, you've been super busy, Patrick. Well, I'm so glad you're here with us, Patrick. And say hi to JR for me. Tell him go Phils. You! All right, here we go. How about some hot jokes? That's what we're going to talk about. Now, it's so hot, my ice cream moonwalked away. Yeah. It's so hot. Nope, I can't say that because that's not good. Okay, what's a heatwave's favorite movie? Fry Hard. Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. It's so hot, my AC filed for divorce. Yeah. So, I asked the sun for some shade, but it gave me a tan. And here's one last one for the weathercast. It's so hot, my thermostat's on strike. So that's my take of the weather. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A big fan of the Mets. Well, yeah, Mets are nice. Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and we'll talk about Street Names of Philadelphia, the 50-year-old book by Robert Iallotta. And we're going to go to the chapter of, I knew you love those It's So Hot jokes. I'll probably take homage to Mr. Johnny Carson for that one. It was on, and Jaws was on NBC. Yes, we're going to need a bigger boat. Yeah. So here we go with Street Names of Philadelphia. On today's chapter, we're going to talk about one of the most grooviest, hippest streets that carries the old PCC trolley. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, PCC means Presidential Conference Committee. Welcome to Girard Avenue. Thank you. Thank you very much. And before we continue, my mother talked to me about, she took the trolley a long time ago. I think it's like around in either the 1960s or the 1970s when she was working. Oh, 91 degrees is the temperatures. That's how hot it is. So, yeah. So here we go with the history of Girard Avenue, dedicated to my mother, who's watching the Washington podcast today, right here on KDJW. About 9 minutes into the podcast. So much fun. Girard Avenue. Many few men have done so much for Philadelphia, or have been more misunderstood than Stephen Girard. Girard College, Delaware Avenue, Girard Bank. The list can be endless of the contributions Girard made to his adopted city. The first Girard Avenue, confirmed in 1845, was from Ridge Avenue. Oh, hey, thanks very much there. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. Let me see here. The first Girard Avenue, confirmed in 1845, was from Ridge Avenue to Corinthian, next to Girard College. In 1858, Girard Avenue grew with the inclusion of Old Franklin Street from 6th to Frankfort Avenue and Prince, from Frankfort to Norris. West of the college, the avenue grew in spurts. In 1856 to 33rd Street, in 1868 to 64th Street, and by 1936 as far west as 68th. Yes, indeed. So that is Girard Avenue. On street names of Philadelphia. .3:10 in the PM, DJ Wash here in the Washington Podcast. It's time to test your knowledge because it's time for the Quizmaster. Cherry and White, fight, fight, fight. But now it's time for you to give me the original trolley route. Yes. Remember, back early this year in 2025, somewhere, I think, February 23rd. Booyah! Yep. That trolley route was known as, it's now known as G or G1. Yes. But now it's time for you to test your knowledge and give me the answer choice of either A, B, or C. You have 31 seconds to come up with the answer. And away we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who has got the right answer to the Washington Podcast Quizmaster part of the show. H. Lee says A. Patrick and Mitchell says B. Deborah says B. Hey, Mom, want to come on over and give me the right answer? Because we're not going to reveal the answer. Okay, hold on, Mitchell. We got to have a few more people selecting for B. Is it the final answer? You know what? Let's do it. Yes! Here it is! The Route 15 is the answer. And here's a little story. My mom told me that she took this trolley, you see right here, to the Market Frankfurtel, and then the B bus. The B is now called the 14. Yep, and Mom, that's right, Mom. That is right. It is the B. It is Route 15 and is now known as G1. Now, and everybody who answered right, I used to live near Richmond Avenue where it started. Oh, H. Lee, thank you very much for your great effort. Great effort on the podcast, Quizmaster Show. Well, yes, so anyway, the B bus now is known as the Route 14. A friend of mine who back at my job told me that the 65 was called the E. Very interesting, isn't it? Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the Quizmaster right here on KDJW. We got more stuff coming up and miles away. 14 minutes into the podcast. We only have a half podcast to go. You like the temple flag back there? It's pretty cool. Here's how I got this flag. When I was walking around through Temple's campus, I don't know how long it was, but I'll tell you. They're putting out the old flags and putting on the new flags all across the campus. And he says like, "Hey, you want a Temple flag to take home with you?" Saying, "Sure." "Hey, well, take one, take two, man. It's all yours, brother." And so, with that being said, this Temple red and white is right here with me. And it's red and white like my Phillies P. Uh-oh. I'm a poet and I just don't know it. Hold on. Give me a big blue break. Mm. Big Blue with Temple U. Oh, yeah. This is very patriotic. You got red, white, and blue right here. How about that? Hey, thanks, Deborah. Appreciate it. So, yes, Girard Avenue was named after Stephen Girard, a man who brings up many contributions to the city of Philadelphia, his adopted city. Yep, indeed. I'm so glad that he's here, and I'm also glad about this pin right here. I got this pin some time ago. This is the PCC trolley pin, and PCC means the Presidential Conference Committee. These were the old trolleys. Oh, yep, right place at the right time. Thanks, H. Lee. Yes, indeed. And Stephen Girard, a man who did named after Girard College, the Avenue. It was kind of fun, you know. I kind of like this old-fashioned history of Philadelphia, and I'm so glad everybody's watching the show. It's so much fun. And now, talking about Philadelphia sports tonight. Let me see what's happening tonight. Tonight, the second place New York Mets. You see here. We are going to a preseason game in August, and we're working. Oh, thank you. I'll bring my Eagles gear and my Eagles hat, of course. It's somewhere around here. I also got my Saquon Barkley jersey with me. Either that or Jalen Hurts. Either one of those. I like to wear my Philly best. Yep, indeed. So thanks very much, Patrick. I appreciate it. Can't wait to come down. Oh, your friend is a Mets fan. Well, that's just too bad because this. Yeah, because this is a Philadelphia podcast. So, as I say, get used to it. Now, where was I? Second place versus the first place. Philadelphia Phillies first place in the NL East. Tonight at 7:15 p.m. at the Citizens Bank Park, the home of the Philadelphia Phillies. Buy you some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if they'll ever get back. We're going to root for the Phillies. Yes, indeed. So anyway, let me see. The 2025-26 hockey league. The season is coming in October. And I just hope in good glory that the Flyers will do something this time because they haven't won a Stanley Cup since 50 years ago. Yeah, 50 years we haven't won a Stanley Cup. That's a sad drought, isn't it, kids? Yep. Both, like back to back, 1974 and 1975, and now we're at a drought. So we're going to do this. Philadelphia Flyers, may I have your close attention? I want you to get out there and use your hockey sticks to get some goals, man. We want you to get a championship team going. So get off your duffs and do something. It's been 50 years since we won the last Stanley Cup. So you just better get your toes in the game. Or else I'll do something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll yell at you. Yeah. Yep. Okay, oh yes, Deborah remembers the great glory days of the Flyers. I gotta tell you, it's pretty fun. Yep, yes indeed. And also, of course, huge shout out to my friend Ethan, the proprietor of... Oh, before we continue, here's what my mom said. She spent all of her childhood on going from elementary school to Temple University while living on Girard Avenue. That's a great story, Mom. I like that. Yes, indeed. Well, you know, Temple University is a great university, and I think we may have a couple of streets about that. I think we have a street about that. Yes, indeed. So since tonight is Phillies night here at the Citizens Bank Park, hopefully if someone out there has an extra ticket for tonight's game, I might go. But if there isn't, don't worry. I might do a live stream later on tonight with the play-by-play of the Philadelphia Phillies and read a few chapters of Street Names of Philadelphia. Would you like that? Let me know in the comments down below because I wanted to do that. What's that? Oh yeah. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. That's the sound of an Amazon truck backing up. Hey, be quiet. I'm doing a podcast here. I sound like Mo from the Three Stooges. Quiet, you numbskulls. I'm broadcasting. Yeah, I like that one. Quiet, Amazon truck. I'm broadcasting. I like that. Yes, indeed. Yes, that's a good. It is a good idea. Well, thank you very much for the good idea. I hope we have a lot of folks coming up to the podcast. Smash that thumbs up. Yes, smash thumbs up. I gotta tell you, I hope you. Patrick loved it. I think yes, indeed. We only got 10 minutes before we sign out or sign off. Sign out. Let me see yours. Sign out or sign off. Yeah, sign off. Gotcha. That's right. Thank you. There you go. Little airplane floating by here. Okay, we got about 10 minutes before we go off the air. Wanted to say a special shout out to my mom. Yep, and this episode of the podcast, Girard Avenue. Yep, her childhood years to Temple University when she's at the great Girard Avenue, where the mighty PCC trolleys roam through the Philadelphia Zoo and all the way through 95 and Broad Street and whatever. Yes, indeed. And, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Match Game with Martin Short. You know what? Here's like one thing some folks are lacking of the Match Game. Gene Rayburn uses a skinny microphone for the Match Game. One of those old Sony ones. But I got an equivalent of it, so be back in about a few seconds. okay, we're back, and this is the kind of a skinny microphone I'll be talking about, and I got this from a good deal on eBay. It works pretty well. Only needs like one little pill battery to make it work, and to plug it in on your video camera. Yep, indeed. So that is kind of like the Bob Barker, the poor man's Bob Barker microphone, and this is a good deal, and I like it, and I make it work sometimes. It's pretty cool. So that's my microphone situation on the Washington podcast. Oh yeah, it can either go like this or extend it like this. Whoops. Yes, indeed. Hey, thanks very much. I appreciate it. Here we go with the Match Game. My Aunt Blabby is so poor. I'm just kidding. Now you got me going with this Match Game thing. Gene Rayburn, the Match Game on Buzzer. Watch Buzzer. Oh, thank you very much, folks. Really, here it is. Yep. Skinny microphone in hand. Big booming radio voice. What is the next item going up for bids, Johnny Olson? Okay. That's pretty cool, I gotta tell you. Whoop. Back to the old headphone situation. Give me some of that good old beverage. And Mom says she loved Gene Rayburn, one of her favorite game show hosts, and my favorite too. Yep. And yes, indeed, you can also watch him either on Match Game or the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour with John Bauman, or what's the guy's name again? Bowser, I think it is. I think it is Bowser. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for all your little contributions of all the happenings in the Delaware Valley. Oh yes, and on a sad note, I've checked out the Wild Wild Welcome America website, and hoping that Philly at the Movies will be on, and Rocky will be at the Art Museum. But unfortunately, after searching and searching and searching, it is not meant to be. Yes, indeed. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's no Rocky movie going on, but you can get it on DVD wherever you can get it at Walmart or wherever you're going. I remember that Pluto TV used to air all the Rocky sagas, including one Creed movie featuring Sylvester Stallone, but they took it off. You're hurting me, Smalls. Yes, indeed. So that's what's happening. I just wish that Pluto TV would just reconsider of bringing back the Rocky movies, so I'll be okay for me and the people of Philadelphia. Yes, indeed. Oh, and here's what's going on. Mitchell says in 1997, when the 14th season of Jeopardy premiered, the microphones on podiums and Alex Trebek, yeah, they were removed, and the contestants started to use the clip-on mics. Yeah, very interesting. Yep, they got those podium mics. You remember a long time ago, the big old Globe and Smash and the season 8 set or the season 7 6543 whatever set. They got those big microphones, not big as this, but yeah, like that. And yes, Secondhand Lions. If it here's like one thing, if it's not an MGM movie, I don't want to hear anything about lions yet. Gotta stay hydrated. It's a really hot day. Now the temperature dropped only 1 degree. Is 89 now in Philadelphia. But ladies and gentlemen, I want before we go, you can take the banner off. Thank you. Before we go, it is very important, ladies and gentlemen, to stay hydrated. Watch after your loved ones. Give them a telephone call. Make sure they're okay. And limit outdoor activity. And always drink plenty of water. Water with ice in it. Yes, indeed. Oh, New Line Cinema. Okay. Oh, well, so much for Lions. Roar. Yeah, 89. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hydrate for goodness sake. Look after your loved ones, your elderly people. Make sure you give them a call. Limit outdoor activity. Make sure your pets, make sure your doggies and cats are well cooled down and all that good stuff. And never leave anybody inside an automobile during this time because the temperature not only rises outside, it'll only rise inside in the car, like about 210, about 110, 120 degrees. What did I say 210 for? Man, there is a highway called 210 in California somewhere. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, and Debbie's my sister. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yes, indeed. So that's my advice, ladies and gentlemen. For goodness sake, hydrate. Limit outdoor activity. But if you wanted to do some outdoor activity in a nice, cool place, why not go down to your local library? I prefer the Vine Street location, 1901 Vine Street in Philadelphia. That building will be 100 years old, and I'll turn 40 on June 2nd, 2 years from now. You better mark your calendar, folks, and give me a special contribution when I turn 40. Yep, I'm 38 now, going to be 40 in 2 years. Don't worry, I'll still be here. Hope you be here and everybody be there for another episode of the Washington Podcast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say farewell, and make sure you click like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. And we'll see you again next time for the Washington Podcast. People Washington saying so long. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the Washington Podcast. Wait, hey David, hold on. What? What is it, Chuck? Stop the music. Oh. Oh yeah, stop the music. Okay, Ashley says, are there many happenings in Philadelphia for Independence Day celebration? Where will the fireworks be this year? Well, there are a few things. First, before we get going, let me see here. There will be a few fireworks displays at Penn's Landing somewhere. And also, there's the art museum where they have the concert, the live concert and fireworks. It'll be on NBC 10, so hope you tune in. So, okay, back to the show closing. Yeah. So, okay, here we go. Yeah, hit it, band. Okay, now we'll say this. This is Chuck Strongbacks speaking for the Washington Podcast, a DJ Wash 5 production. Make sure you click like and subscribe and hit the bell icon because we're looking up to a lot of subscribers. So tune in.